All right, welcome back to this class. Let's consider classification of compounds. First, before the classification, compounds are pure substance that compose or that are composed of two or more elements chemically combined together and cannot be easily separated by ordinary chemical method. We have presented this definition before, so we just have to consider it again before moving into the classification. Now, examples of compounds are, so all of the listed examples here are compounds. We have water with the chemical formula H2O, salt, NaCl, that's sodium chloride, water H2O, and that is dihydrogen oxide. Then we have sand, which is silicon dioxide, or we call it silicon 4 oxide. Now, this is sulfuric acid, that's H2SO4, that's tetraoxosulfate 6 acid. Then we have limestone, which is calcium carbonate. That's calcium trioxocarbonate 4. Then we have sugar, which is glucose. And this is the chemical formula for glucose, ETC. We have many more compounds in our life that we cannot list them all. So before we've talked about some properties of compound. So you can see that generally all compounds have chemical formula. Starting with the example one here, which is water, and that is H2O, salt, NaCl, ETC. Now, each compound is made up of two or more elements, and the elements are chemically combined in such a way that they cannot be split ordinarily by a chemical means or by an ordinary chemical means because they have been chemically combined and mixed and combined together to form just a single entity, to form a single unit which behave like one, because the property of the resulting compound is different from the property of the constituent element. Just like water, the property of water is different from the property of hydrogen and oxygen, which combine together to form water. We've said all of these before. Now, let us consider the classification of compounds. Generally, compounds can be classified in several ways. But in this video, I'm going to consider three ways of classifying compounds. So let us consider the three ways. So here are the three ways that we are going to use to classify compound in this video. The first way is based on sources. Secondly, we have based on its behavior with atmosphere. That is, based on how they behave when they are exposed to the atmosphere. Thirdly, we have based on nature and property. So let's consider the types of compound based on these three sources, based on these three concepts. Now consider what we have under each classification. Now, based on sources, we have two types. We have organic compounds and inorganic compounds. Based on behavior with the atmosphere, we have the efflorescent compounds, deliquescent compounds, and hygroscopic compounds. Now, based on nature or properties, we have acids, base, and salts.